What's up? In the gym Friday, only one session today. I don't do any running on Fridays, so we're gonna hit up a strength workout today, mainly just some accessory stuff that goes off of what we did yesterday. We're gonna start off with a warm-up. We're gonna go through a couple of ELDOAs, kind of loosen up the back. It's still a little tight. I think what happened on Monday when I was doing that clean EMOM is at the top of a couple of those pulls, I kind of let myself get a little too relaxed and let the bar kind of pull itself back down, or let the bar pull me back down to the ground. And I think that just kind of tugged on my back a little bit to the point where it's just been taking a little bit longer to warm up today. So we're gonna hit up some movements, kind of unlock that lower back. We'll play off of that and see how it feels. We have the prone rows. We have hip thrusts, we've got some shoulders, we've got some arms, and then we have some holds for the midline. So we're gonna knock all that out. Like I said, we're gonna spend a little bit extra time today doing some warm-ups and get that lower back feeling good, and we're gonna get after it. All right, so I'm gonna explain some things that we're doing as we're doing it today. We're gonna start off with getting the adductors firing, trying to help start off into the hips, get everything loosened up. You're gonna need a ball, a foam roller, something that's light, maybe a slightly soft to it so you have a little bit of squeeze. What I want you to do is put your feet flat on the ground. You're gonna lay your back flat onto the ground. Try to push your lower back into the ground so you might feel like you're kind of pulling your hips forward a little bit. Then you're gonna take that ball or foam roller, whatever you're using, put it between your legs and squeeze. So first, gonna get into a lying position. Try to find that lower back onto the ground. Pick your feet up. Keep that lower back into the ground. Now I want you to take the ball, put it between the legs, and from here you're going to squeeze and hold for 3 seconds. And you're going to do that for 8. All right, from there, you're going to bring up one leg, bring up the opposite. I want you to think about pulling your toes to your shin and keeping your feet kind of rotated in. Get that lower back onto the ground. Then we're going to go right hand up, rotate it out, left hand up, rotate it out, and then right hand overhead, pushing as far away as you can. Left hand overhead, also pushing as far away as you can. From here, I want you to pick your head up and look in between your legs. Man, it's crazy how well those ELDOAs are working. So it gets to the point where, like, obviously mornings are the worst in terms of how stiff and tight things feel for me, just because it's been laying for 8-9 hours and all of a sudden you get out of bed, start moving around, things are a little bit stiff. It gets to the point where, like, after the ELDOAs, I don't even feel like anything is tight anymore. Walking into the gym, like having my backpack on, it's kind of like little aches here and there. You hit up a couple of those ELDOAs, and then all of a sudden it's like everything is unlocked and I feel 100% fine again. So gives me a little bit of relief that whatever tightness I have is probably just due to the fact that on Monday I didn't take enough rest in between the sessions, and I probably try to rush through it a little bit. We're prepping for our gym to open. We have an open house tomorrow. So I think what happened is I just rushed a few of the sessions this week, and my body is telling me not to do that. So we'll take it a little bit easier for today, take the weekend off, and then get back after it on Monday. But today, first up, is we have the prone rows. I think last week I did 35 kilo dumbbells, so I'm going to stay the same. We're going to increase the amount of work. We're going to add a set and then do an additional AMRAP. So I think we have 4 sets of 10 and then 1 set of AMRAP at the end of that. Prone rows are done. We're gonna hit up the hip thrust now. With my back being tight, I'm gonna change up a little bit. I'm supposed to use a barbell and do 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps at a 2 RIR. I'm gonna do 3 sets of 12, but I'm gonna do 6 repetitions single leg, and then I'm gonna follow it up with 6 repetitions with both legs. So I'll do 6 left, 6 right, and then 6 with both legs. All right, finished up with the hip thrust there. Did 6, 6, and 6. So 6 left, 6 right, 6 double. With my low back feeling the way it is, I can do the movements as it was written out. So I was supposed to do 3 sets of 10 to 12 on barbell hip thrust at 2 RIR, which probably would have put me around 160 kilos, 170 kilos on the barbell. I don't feel that it would have been an issue doing that. I just feel like with the amount of time it's taking me to warm up and feel loose with my low back, doing that kind of additional stress to it right now isn't going to be beneficial. So I'd rather do bodyweight movements or do some other movements that can kind of aid in similar ways to what it was on the program, but lower the stress and focus more on just getting back to recovery. I've always been somebody who has had very few to almost no injuries throughout my entire athletic career, and I think a lot of it is to do with whenever I feel something's even a little bit off, I'm going to make sure that I take care of it before it gets into a bigger issue. So it's the same thing with my low back right now. It's a little tight. I feel like I can do pretty much anything I want still, but I'd rather have that little bit of tightness go away than turn into even more tightness and become a bigger issue. So you just kind of jump out in front of things before it becomes an issue and make sure that it gets healthy and gets back to normal before it goes the other direction. So that's kind of the motive behind doing body weight movements today versus the barbell stuff. We're still training, we're still getting better. It's about getting work done that's going to help you get better, not just about getting work done to get work done. So the stuff that's going to get me better right now is kind of tapering down the intensity, tapering down the loads, moving through ranges of motion, getting myself back to 100% rather than being at 95%, and being able to train again hard next week. That's kind of the motive behind today's training session. It's going to be the last session for the week. I'm going to take the weekend off, and then we're going to get back at it on Monday. But up next, we've got some shoulders and some arms, and then we're going to head out. Okay, that's the session for today. I thought I had the camera on during arms, but I didn't. I just did 3 sets of 15 biceps and triceps. You can choose whatever movement you want to do for that. Finished up with 10 sets of 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off with the kettlebell hold. It's alternating sides, so you get 5 sets per side. I used a 40 kilo kettlebell for that. So that's the session for today. Gonna go hit up the sauna, probably sitting there for 20 to 40 minutes, a little bit longer of a session since I'm not gonna be training tomorrow or Sunday. It's a solid week. It's week 2 with this training block. Next week is gonna be the heavy week. Third week of every training block for me is the heaviest, and then the 4th week is always gonna be kind of a deload or taper week. So rest up, recover this weekend, and we'll be back at it on Monday full swing.